Gender refers to the socially constructed characteristics of a woman and a man, such as norms, roles, and relationships between groups of women and men.
Race is the classification of humans into groups based on physical traits, ancestry, genetics, or social relationship, or the relation between them.
Race versus ethnicity. Race is mainly associated with biology, the DNA, and physical characteristics of people. On the other hand, ethnicity is mainly associated with culture, where people was born, including their language, heritage, religion, and customs. American Indian or Alaskan Native. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of North and South America, and who maintains tribal affiliation or community attachment.
Asian, a person having origins in the original peoples of the Far East, Southeast Asia, or the Indian subcontinent.
Black or African American is a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa.
A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe to Middle East or North Africa.
One example of gender discrimination in the past was that women weren't allowed to vote on the elections because they were supposedly inferior to men. Nowadays, there are still problems of discrimination by gender, and one example is that women are fired from work just because they are pregnant.
One example of discrimination from the past is the Ku Klux Klan, which were three distinct movements in the United States that had advocated extremist reactionary currents such as white supremacy and racism. A present example is that a Moroccan young man of 18 years old points out that frequently and without apparent risk says that he doesn't understand why they always ask the documentation for him and not other people.
As a conclusion, discrimination because of gender and race has always existed. Even though there is progress in the human rights, nowadays, some people still suffer from this problem. It is up to everyone to keep fighting for these rights.
We think that the respect is one of the most important values, by being the one race that we are, the human race. There should be no difference between a black-skinned person from a white-skinned one. We all start as a little baby and end up 10 feet under the dirt as a simple skeleton. Therefore, equality and equity should be taken as important values.